Hey everyone, JC the HVAC veteran, and I've been asked this question quite a bit. Should I replace my furnace? And the reality is, it really depends on three things. Stay tuned. So the first thing I ask, or I look at when I'm looking at a furnace is, what's the age of the furnace? If your furnace is 15 years old and older, I'd be considering definitely looking into getting a replacement. If your furnace is 10 years old to 15 years old, well, it really depends on what kind of furnace it is. You know, there are some brands that are known for lasting a good 15 years and sometimes up to 20 years. And then there's other furnaces out there that within 10 years, like around the 10-year mark, you know, as a service technician, we start checking them because they have a high failure rate. So it just really depends on the brand as well. The other question you need to know is it broken? Is your furnace broken right now? So once again, if it's old, and depending on the brand, if it's broken, then you definitely should be considering putting the money into a new furnace rather than sinking that money into an older furnace, which is probably going to have another breakdown shortly. And if the repair was, let's say $500 to $1,000, and you put that money into that repair, and then the next thing you know, your heat exchanger tends to go, which is usually common around the 13 to 15 year mark on a lot of furnaces, then you're going to be having to pay a lot of money down the road for a heat exchanger. And at that point, you're just going to be switching out anyways. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to be thinking about switching over, definitely if you have a repair. And then the final thing I always ask is, what's the quality level? What kind of furnace is it? What's the quality level of it? And yeah, just going back to the age thing, if you're talking about a builder grade type furnace or a low end furnace, you know, and like I said, it's between the 10 and 15 year mark, it's probably not a bad idea to be looking into something new. And based on this video, I don't really have to tell you that if your furnace is over 20 years old, that's a no-brainer. You know, it's had a good life. Let it be, let it die peacefully, and just get a look at getting into get yourself a new furnace. Now, what are the benefits of having a new furnace? Well, number one, peace of mind. There's nothing like having peace of mind when it comes to a furnace. Knowing that, you know, you're able to sleep at night, wake up the next day, always having heat, you know, because it's a newer furnace, you can pretty much rely on it for many years before it starts giving you issues. And even if it does give you some issues, the good thing is you have warranties on it. So now you don't have to be dishing out a lot of money for repairs and parts and stuff, because you're likely going to have good warranties on it. And a lot of furnace brands, you know, especially the good ones, they give you the option of having a extended warranty, which, yes, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for, but it is a very, very good insurance. The one tip I'm going to give you, though, is a lot of companies, they try to compete with the higher end companies, and they just say, oh yeah, we're going to give you 10-year parts and labor, for instance. But technically, it has to be an insurance that they buy, that they purchase. So you should be getting an actual form from them within 30 to 60 days from that third-party insurance saying that you have insurance on that furnace. And the beautiful thing about that is when you get that type of insurance, you can then use that over the next 10 years, or if it's 12 years or whatever the warranty is, you can use that insurance to pay any company. So if you're not happy with that company that you did the installation with and you want to switch, you can then go with someone else and basically use someone else and use that same insurance, and that insurance company will give them the money to do the repair on your furnace. Another great reason why people switch over furnaces, well, generally you're going to get a lot more efficiency out of the new ones. depending on how old the old furnace was, and depending on what the efficiency level is of the old furnace, really you're going to get a much better efficiency level, which is going to save you month to month on your utility bills. Now, the thing is, you're going to save on gas because you're going to get usually a higher efficiency on your gas bill. But the benefit is that with the newer furnaces, especially with the DC variable speed motors, the DC variable speed blower motors, which pushes all the air in your house, which I'll talk about in another video, they save a significant amount of money compared to the traditional blower motors that were installed many years ago. And the other thing that comes to the top of my head is if you're selling your house, yes, it'd be a really, really good thing to put a new furnace in before you're selling the house. Generally, homeowners that are looking to buy a house, they want to see like new equipment. They don't want to feel that they're going to be buying a house and they're going to be having problems, or especially if they came from a house in the past and they've had issues. So having a new furnace really makes the homeowner, the buyer, feel good about purchasing your house, and may help alleviate some of the negotiations that happen at the very end. And then the other thing is, if you have an old furnace and you go and sell the house, well, when the inspections happen, if the homeowner sees an old furnace, they may get an HVAC inspection. And I know I did a lot of HVAC inspections in my day for buyers. And I always usually found something that was wrong with the furnace, if it was an older furnace. And in a lot of cases, you can, if I as a technician go into the house and I find a cracked heat exchanger, a pitted heat exchanger, anything to do with the heat exchanger, it actually has to be red tagged. And when it's red tagged, that means you cannot sell the house with a faulty furnace. You will be forced at the very end, at whatever price basically you can find quickly to get a furnace installed, you will have to pay that. So if you know that, why not start getting a furnace now, even if you're going to sell the house in like 6 months or a year from now, or even 2 years from now, and start enjoying some of the benefits of that new furnace, and at the same time not have to worry about something happening in the final hour when you guys are sitting at the lawyer's office ready to sign the deal, and now the house sale is being put on hold because of this problem, and you'll be scrambling. And at that time, when you scramble, you'll end up usually paying a lot more money than what you would have if you did it now and you had the time to actually find the company that you want to do the installation. So there you have it, everyone. That's my advice to you, and good luck with it. If you want some more advice, you can DM me. My email is jc@thehvacveteran.com. Until my next video, I'll see you later.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching to the very end. If you like my video, please go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.